Welcome back to another Bali COVID-19 update. This is March 7th, 2022. My name is Bruce, and this is a special and very short update today. I said last night in my regular Sunday video that I would do a short video on what's happening with the visa on arrival and the quarantine-free entry, and here we go. Right now, quarantine-free entry official information is not out yet, so I will tack that on to the end, hopefully soon. Okay, it is Tuesday, March 8th. There is still no SE out on the quarantine, and there is tons of information, false information out on the internet from international news sources all over the world, in the US, Europe, Australia, about what the quarantine actually is and what you have to do. There's nothing official yet about this. The SE has not been released for some reason. This is a trial period. Right now, people are coming in, and I just read a report on social media from a guy who had a Kitas, and he said he was vaccinated twice and had a booster, and he was allowed to go home because he has a official residence in Bali. Now, for people that have to book hotels, I don't know. The word at this point, and this is not official, is that you do not have to use a quarantine hotel, but a CHSE certified hotel. It's the Cleanliness, Health, Safety, and Environment. And there are many hotels all around the island that are CHSE certified. So if you can stay there, that's great. At this point, again, you have to register for a hotel and pay for the booking for 4 days. And then you get tested when you get here, and then you have to get tested again on the third day, and you're free to wander around. But nothing is official. As of Tuesday at noon, the SE is not out yet. So anything you read that says that this is official, it's not. People are saying, oh, you don't have to do any quarantine anymore. You can go what you want. You can book any hotel you want, or you can go to a villa. Not true at this point. Now, if anybody that views this has direct experience coming in the last 24 hours, I would really appreciate you sharing that information, and I'm sure everybody else that watches these videos would as well. So that's the situation, and I was gonna wait, and I've been waiting because the SE on the visa on arrival came out yesterday, and I already did that section, and that's coming up in just a second. And so I've been waiting for the SE to come out on this, but it has not yet, and so I'm just gonna upload this for people that want to know about the visa on arrival, the full details, which I have listed here, translated from the official document. And so come back tomorrow, my usual Wednesday update, and maybe things will be clearer by that time. But wow, there is a lot of frenzy going on now, and people complaining about booking, and what do I do? I'm coming in 2 days. I don't know what to do, what to book. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a trial, and well, it's a messy trial. Okay, let's get on with the visa on arrival information, which is official. And the SE came out from immigration on the visa on arrival. So it's SE number IMI 0525GR0101, town 2022. About visit visa on arrival special tourism. So there's a bunch here, and I'm just going to go over the main parts that are going to pertain to you if you're planning on coming in on a VOA. The head of immigration office in the work area of the Bali Ministry of Law and Human Rights Regional Office. This one pertains to you if you are visiting, imposing sanctions on foreigners holding visit visas on special arrivals for tourism who carry out activities that are not in accordance with the intent and purpose of granting the stay permit granted to them. So you need to behave. You're not allowed to do things that do not go along with your visa. Imposing sanctions on foreigners who are proven to violate the provisions of the legislation in the field of immigration and or violate public order in the implementation of health protocols. So that means you better wear your mask, because if they bust you, they may just decide to deport you, because mask wearing is still mandatory. And the imposition of sanctions on foreigners who violate public order in the implementation of health protocols. And the 23 countries, in case you didn't see yesterday's video, who can get the visa on arrival: Australia, United States of America, Holland, Brunei Darussalam, Philippines, UK, Italy, Japan, Germany, Cambodia, Canada, South Korea, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, France, Qatar, New Zealand, Singapore, Thailand, Turkey, UAE, and Vietnam. Why did they pick these and not others? I don't know. If yours is not on here, you can still come in. You get a B211A. And what are the requirements? National passport, which is valid for at least 6 months. A return ticket or a one-way ticket to continue the journey to another country. So yeah, you do need a ticket. I don't know if they're going to check. This has been a thing talked about for a long time about, do I need a ticket to come in? I would get one because they're most likely going to check. And other required documents in accordance with the provision of the head of the COVID-19 task force. So the visit visa on a special arrival for tourism can be used for tourism purposes. What about the length of stay and the price? The length of stay is a maximum of 30 days, which can be extended for one more period of 30 days at an immigration office in the area where you are residing. So if you're up in Lovina, for example, you need to go to the Singaraja office. If you're down in the south, then you'll go to Renan or Nururaya. Don't know where they have offices down south. If you have the visit visa on special arrival for tourism, you cannot apply for a new stay permit through a visa application. You have to leave the country. So you can stay here for a maximum of 60 days. You want to stay longer than that, you've got to go out and apply in order to come back in. So if you were planning on staying here long term, more than 60 days, I wouldn't do this. I would get the B211A. And foreigners who hold a visit visa on special arrival for tourism can leave Indonesia through any of the immigration checkpoints. So you come in through Bali, you have to come in through Bali, but you can leave from anywhere. So you could travel to Jakarta, for example, or Manado, and you could leave from there. The cost for the visa, rupiahs, 500,000. So, not too much money. It's a little more expensive than the 25 US dollars that everybody was quoting originally, which is why I always say don't go by what you see in the paper or what people involved in tourism industry necessarily say. A lot of times they're right, but a lot of times they're wrong too, because they want to jump the gun. I understand, that's their living. I have no pony in this race, so it's not my living, and I tend to be, well, cautious, as you know, if you've watched this channel before. And so that is it on the visa on arrival, and we'll see if the quarantine stuff comes up soon. Okay, sorry that I could not give it anything official, any SE on the quarantine, but that's just the way it is. If you found this video helpful, useful, informative, somewhat less confusing than everything else that's going on, or amusing, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Updates are every Sunday and Wednesday, and we're still working on the cooking video thing. Thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today, stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow with my usual video.